Welcome to Land a House. I'm Seth. I'm back out here at the tiny house working. So in the previous video, I laid out my solar panel just to start getting some sun, and I want to go ahead and get that mounted up into a better position to actually get some sunlight. And the other thing I want to do in this video is get some insulation installed. So I've got another roll right here. I want to get it onto these walls right here, and then also I've got to get the corners up here in the back so we can go ahead and start doing some paneling up here. So in this video, my two tasks are to get that solar panel up into the sun and then get some insulation installed. Whoa, that's bright. I found some old scrap treated 1x4s I'm going to cut down. And for this mount, I'm just going to do something very simple. I'm going to cut a piece that will go between the holes on the side here, and basically just get this up to about this angle right here, and that'll be good enough for now. Later we'll come back and mount this proper with hopefully one more of these panels, and that'll get us plenty of solar coming to the tiny house for now. Let me see what the width is here. We've got 26 1/4, so I'm gonna go a few inches past that so that I can have something to attach to. Let's just go ahead and do 30. I think that'll give us plenty here. Let's go ahead and mark that out. Got this board cut here. I'm just going to be putting it right here on the edge. And so I need to get some holes drilled in here. The first one shouldn't be too bad. Second one I got to actually work to line up, but let's put one about right here. Using some little 1/4-inch bolts. Like I was saying, this is a very temporary thing just to get this angled up into the sun a bit better. All right, let me see where I need to get this other one drilled. It's always nice when you eyeball a project and it works out. All right, let me tighten this down just a bit, and then we will work on getting the sides done just enough to get this panel tilted in a bit to the sun, and we can go inside and work on that insulation for a bit. The panel just casually sitting in the sun on the ground is pulling 27 watts, and that's about what my inverter is using, plus this one LED bulb up here. So let's go ahead and get this mounted up, and we'll be able to see if that wattage changes as it's better positioned. Now, of course, the sun went away as soon as I started working with this panel, but we will just see what we can do over here. All right, let me just consider the angle I want this at. To be honest, I think that right there is going to be enough. So if we do a couple boards at 2 foot, we'll be good to go. I believe I'm just going to cut this in half, so that way I can just use up all of it. So we want to do a 30.5 inch. All right, let's see how I did here. I'm thinking just put these right about here, and that'll just get it angled up enough to get some better sun. That's good enough for now. I added this board over here because it was just a little bit too shaky. So I think this will stay in the wind fine and hopefully be angled into the sun enough to be improved from where it was a second ago. All right, it's temporary. Now let's go and see if the watts improved. It's gotten more cloudy. Now it's dropped to 24. It's hard to tell right now with the amount of clouds. I wonder if that value coming in will drop when I turn this light off. No, it's about the same. Anyway, all right, nice. So let's go ahead and finish up the second task, which is to insulate the remaining spots. So I've just got a couple down here and then those corners up top, and we should be done with this portion of the build. Sun just popped up for a second. I'm seeing 100 watts. Let me go ahead and turn on some more lights and see if it'll pull even more than that while the sun's on. All right, That's using a lot more power down here. So 65. All right, if the clouds roll away again, I'll bring you back for another look at this. All right, so what we need to do here is measure out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 panels to do down here, and then one little spot right there. So let me measure these. I think they're all going to be the same length. 56 inch on that one. This one's already got some insulation up there, so 51 on that one. Getting the power installed out here in the tiny house has kind of rekindled my excitement for getting this place done. So I started in 2014 thinking this was going to be my bachelor pad, and then I got married and those things changed. But anyway, it's just exciting to be back out here working on this. I'll probably just turn it into a really cool camp place or a hangout for the kids. Thinking we could just put some camping pads upstairs and just make it a fun place to hang out. All right, 2 more down here and then we'll move upstairs. Just finished getting the insulation up on those 2 sections, and then these 2 sections over here. Looking pretty good. I'm noticing there's one more strip right in there, and then of course up here above that. But I want to make sure I have enough to finish upstairs because I don't have the siding to put on those walls yet. I'll have to go purchase. So let's go ahead and focus our attention on the last 2 corners. So I need 1 piece over in there and then 2 little pieces over there, and we'll be ready for the next video, which will be installing all of this taller siding upstairs. I'm upstairs now. I want to get the width and height of these pieces right here. 6.5 by 6.5 ought to do it there. 46 inches should do it there. All right, I cut these strips here. Go ahead and get them installed. So I was just up here working in the dark and realized, oh yeah, we've got electricity now. So got that turned on up here for some lights. Just finished getting the insulation in that corner over there and then that one over there. I also stuffed some right here between the window. And so all of the insulation work is done up here. I'll have to go get one last little square to put right here above this bathroom window, right in there, but it is finished. So that's another one of the tasks complete here. Definitely a much better angle having this little stand out here, and seems like it's going to be sturdy enough for a typical wind around this area. I do intend on at least putting one more panel out here, so we'll have almost 300 watts coming in, but for now this one is going to be more than enough for what I'm doing in here. It's so nice to have the insulation done here in the tiny house. Also, for the past 20 or so minutes, the watts coming in have been between 90 and 120, so the panel position is doing a lot better than having it just sitting out there in the ground. I'm Seth with Land to House. Thanks for watching. If you will subscribe, because I have more tiny house videos on the way. I think the next one's going to be getting the upstairs paneling installed, so definitely stick around for that. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.